Hey y'all, it's Daryl and Tammy. And today we're gonna react to a different YouTube video, but by the grace of the aliens in the atmosphere, Bizarre Bub posted about 7 minutes ago.
That's right.
It was fake.
Yep, them alien Jesuses came down and said, hey, here's a good video. Y'all review this one. It's gonna be good.
Let's hope it's good.
Let's hope it's good, because the last couple's been sucking.
Let's get into it.
On November 14 of 2025, a small family rents out
that was just last week
for a few days.
It was?
That they would encounter something very unsettling while staying there. They had booked the place in advance for an upcoming wedding that was out of town, so staying here made sense. But one night, after coming back from walking their dog, this happens.
We were just out walking my dog, and when we came in, we heard...
Oh, he perched up on them stairs. He ready to fight, or shit. Ooh, them bead curtains. I think that dog is broken.
Jesus Christ.
What?
Somehow, the leash on her dog's collar suddenly jolts up in a quick motion before wrapping itself around her dog. It just flings up as if someone had chucked it upwards, but clearly, no one is seen on the stairs to have done that, which is very odd considering that just moments ago, this was heard. Now Sydney, who recorded this video, was just as baffled as the Airbnb host who received this video from her. But this wouldn't be the only video she sends, because the next day, while placing the leash on the stairs to see if it would jump again, this is captured.
Okay, so this is the leash. There she goes again. I don't think the leash is gonna move, but she's definitely sensing something. Every
In
single
the
day.
walls.
Rats.
Although the leash doesn't move this time, her dog goes ahead and does this. For some reason, it's at the same time the leash is on the steps that her dog begins to search for something. But like before, nothing appears to be there. Sydney even checks the rug to see if anything on or under it was making her dog behave this way. But still, nothing. However, there's something in this video that's worth pointing out, and it's a detail that appears in other videos that Sydney recorded of her dog. Watch closely.
So I wanted to show you guys some footage of my dog with these stairs. So here's another clip that I got of her doing it, walk over and see her, and she was so locked into this.
Now if you didn't notice, in each video, Sydney's dog is always around a certain area of the stairs. It's always the middle or lower half of the steps, but never the top. If it wasn't for this detail, Sydney would not have realized this.
So I think I figured out why my dog just is always hanging out right here. So I just found a door back here. So I don't think that it's what's on the stairs. I tried to check, but the door is locked. Obviously it's an Airbnb, so they lock a lot of the doors up. Yeah, I don't think that it's what's on the stairs like what I initially thought. I think it's what's below.
Considering that the space is on the ground, it explains why her dog is never seen on top. She seems to be sensing something that's in this room. But the question is, what exactly is she sensing? Wanting to find out, Sydney and her sister probe around the space to see what it might be that's inside. But during this moment, while recording, they capture this.
So this is the switch. You guys can see the light is on right there. I wonder if...
Oh, she's smart but dumb at the same time, girl.
Just imagine there's something right behind the door.
No, sir.
Almost immediately after Sydney pulls out her phone, the doorknob suddenly turns. Although no one was seen on the other side, the door handle moves as if held from the other end. Now Sydney was under the impression that a person had turned the knob, so they reach out to the Airbnb host and ask if anyone else is renting the place.
Sent the video to the landlord of the Airbnb, and hold on, let me turn asking, like, hey, is there someone else renting it out as well as us or what? Because basically he was like, no, you guys are the only ones that are in the Airbnb right now, like booked out for the week.
After finding out that no one else is inside, Sydney concludes that what happened that night wasn't a case of someone co-renting the house, but rather another paranormal occurrence.
A ghost.
To her,
A ghost.
this is much preferable over having a stranger inside the house. But despite being at ease now, knowing that it's not a person, the doorknob incident still baffles her. This is so, especially given that it still moves now and then.
Yeah. Scary. Okay.
They're taunting it now.
Okay, every time we've knocked before, this doorknob would turn a little bit.
I'm wanting to see some shadow at the bottom.
Yeah, that's what I thought was
Light.
gonna happen.
Why does she keep pulling it out?
Just leave it in there.
Yeah.
Just leave it there. Got tired of that phone.
Bro. Oh, look.
They were dragging it so hard it started glitching.
Bro.
It went downstairs. Oh, it's a basement.
As it turns out, this room is actually a basement.
Oh, it didn't look like
the phone
it.
gets yanked inside before
No,
tumbling down the
no,
steps
no.
and landing on its face. But it's before it tumbles that something weird happens. If you didn't notice, the phone moves on its own again before falling down. But of course, the strangest part is when the phone somehow lifts itself. Neither Sydney nor the Airbnb host could explain this. It just rises up before falling back with no footsteps around to suggest that someone was there. It's no wonder why many see this as being paranormal. To Sydney and her sister, that's exactly the case. Whatever had been
That
inside
Airbnb
did
guy
not seem
was
to
like,
like their intrusion, from
trying
the
to
leash
put a
moving on
phone
its
under
own
this
to the
door
phone
that's
being
locked.
pulled inside.
Come on,
It
man.
currently remains unknown as to what exactly occurred here, but as with all videos, you be the judge on whether or not something supernatural took place. As always, let me know your thoughts on this one.
All right, Bizarre Bub, here's my thoughts. That place is haunted ASF.
Yeah, shit, fuck.
Just as fuck. That's real haunted. That phone got pulled,
Yeah.
picked up, and
Yeah.
thrown down them steps. That's a 10.
I'm gonna give it an 8.
Nah, brother. How did any of that happen? That is probably the most solid evidence of paranormal anything I've ever seen.
Interesting. And this is the first video.
Yeah, no, that was good.
You know what? I'm gonna give it a 9. I'm
Okay,
gonna give it a
fair
9.
enough.
I'm gonna give it a 9.
Hold on. It's what? There we go.
We
I
back.
thought the internet was going down again. It is dark out and all.
Now, the following video was recorded by a grandmother who lives alone with her dog and 2 cats.
Somebody needs to get
However,
their meme
it
off
appears
the
that her
internet.
pets aren't the only ones keeping her company, because according to her, there's something in her house that won't leave her alone.
В зеркале было отражение чего-то не очень непонятного. Была на видео. Я вам всем докажу. Я вам...
According to Polina, last night she recorded a video of something that appeared in her bedroom. It showed up in the same spot where it often appears, around the mirror. She's been trying to get it on camera as her family believes it's nothing. They believe it's her old age that's making her see things. But after watching this video, they're not so sure now if that's the case. Take a look.
Okay.
Уходи отсюда. Я тебя не боюсь. Уходи отсюда. Уходи из моего дома. Уходи. Я тебя не боюсь. Уходи отсюда. Уходи отсюда. Я тебя не боюсь. Уходи. Уходи, я сказала. Уходи отсюда. Уходи. Я тебя не боюсь.
After Polina realizes that
I
what
think
she'd
she's
seen
afraid.
wasn't there, she catches sight of this, a dangling ornament beneath the lamp, moving on its own. However, it wasn't just swaying back and forth as one would expect. It was curving upwards in a strange manner that neither a draft or wind current could cause. Now, whatever happened that night is something that remains uncertain. In either case, whether paranormal or not, just seeing this out of nowhere is unsettling. But one night, Polina decides to record again because apparently she saw the same figure hiding inside her fireplace.
Hell no. Burn that place down. No, sir. No, sir.
Oh, wait.
No, sir. You guys to go.
I can't see it.
Like something out of a nightmare, what looks like a head suddenly appears in the
Oh,
fireplace.
I done
And the
seen
freakiest
it. I
part
didn't
is that
want
it
to
shows
see
itself right when Polina starts to get close. It's as if whatever this was had realized she was approaching. Understandably, she was freaked out by this, but more so after going back to the space and seeing the fireplace completely empty now. Like before, what she saw initially is now gone. Now currently, no new videos have been shared by Polina, whether supernatural or something
believe
else.
Polina may have
These
been
2 clips are without a doubt pretty terrifying.
Taken out by the ghost. A 7.
A 7?
Yeah, I say a 7.
What about the...
Yeah, the curly thing was kind of creepy.
I'm gonna give it an 8. I'm gonna give it an 8.
Fair.
Mainly because the curvy lamp thing, there's like no way you can,
Yeah.
like a natural thing could do that, and I don't think the old lady is,
Maybe her son is a prankster, though. Somebody's messing with her. Remember, the family said, oh, it's just her old age. Her old age is messing
yeah,
with
but
her.
how would they fake it going up? They would have
Magnets,
to have
I don't know.
they would have to have a string going through the ceiling, pulling through the wall or the floor.
Magnet. Yeah, you're probably right. I don't know. I still stick with my 7.
I give it an 8.
Okay.
Top shit.
Now the following video comes from a young mother named Akina, and ever since having her first child, she's been posting numerous videos of her baby boy. It's her first child, so it makes sense that she would want to capture every moment involving her son Ponko. From the time he was born to the moment he got his first playpen, Akina has been sharing lots of memories involving Ponko on her page. However, not every moment had...
Are we for real?
Bizarre Bub, I'm going to tell you right now, brother.
Are we for real? Brother,
You're about 2 weeks behind.
are you for real?
We already done seen this one. I don't remember what we ranked it, so I guess it's like watching it all
shared
over again.
online, and for good reason. On January 29th of 2024, at around 2:30 in the morning, Akina was dead asleep when she suddenly woke up to something in her bedroom. Thankfully, little Ponko was unaware of what was happening, because during this moment, something pretty frightening happened. The following is what
Remember,
was
apparently
caught. Take a look.
her husband or whatever was working a late night shift and she had heard him come home.
Yep. I don't still know why she closed the door on the baby. Oh, I didn't notice that in the other video. There's like shoulders.
Sweet baby Lord of Jesus Christ. I think my insides just fell out of my outsides.
Yeah, that was good, huh? She didn't even shut that door. She's like, nope. Why'd she go back out? That's what I don't understand. She knows it's not her husband. That is a small bed for 2 people.
It's no wonder why Akina didn't want to share this video initially. Now, besides the fact that the door opens and closes all by itself, there's something Akina mentions that makes this whole video even more terrifying. According to her, at this moment, she had seen a figure standing at the doorway which looked a lot like her husband.
Yeah,
But the weird part about this is that her husband had not come home from work yet. It was only a few hours before he came back, but strangely, to Akina, he was there, just staring at her from a distance. Now clearly, no one is there. However, if you listen closely to the audio, you can hear Akina's security alarm going off as though someone entered the house.
Oh.
It's for this reason she leaves the room to turn it off and to chase her husband, who was walking away at this point. But it's from this moment that things start to get creepier, because not long after, Akina acts strange. From standing motionless at the door to quickly coming in and sitting down in a rigid manner, it's almost as if Akina was someone else. But as it turns out, she was just scared, because after heading downstairs to see where her husband had gone, she saw that all the lights were still off and the door still locked. Her husband, as it seems, was not home yet. Freaked out, she heads back up and sits down while trying to figure out what just happened. If he wasn't home, then who was? She continues to replay this moment in her head despite occurring a while ago, but until it's figured out what happened, she'll continue to keep this video up on her page while sharing more videos of her son. For now, this occurrence remains a mystery.
5.
A 5. A 5.
5. I don't.
5. A 5. I'm gonna give it a 6.
Okay.
I'm gonna give it a 6.
Yeah. Seems a little weird that she ran out like that and left her baby there and shut the door on him and all that stuff. But,
I mean, if the baby was almost asleep.
that baby wasn't asleep. The kid was drinking a bottle and flopping around. That kid was as weak as they come. She was asleep. He was not.
Number 3.
Trace legend.
Number
In this next
3.
video, a mother had recently shared a clip that freaked her out after noticing what was in it. One day, while looking at her security cameras, Adrian Dakota notices something inside her living room, but more specifically, around her child's playpen. She wasn't sure as to what she was seeing, so she zooms in and replays the video to check. It goes without saying, but what she saw continues to keep her up at night. Now, it's important to note that before this incident, Adrian had already been documenting strange things around her house, and for some reason, these occurrences had something to do with her children's toys.
No.
Now, it might be easy to write this off as being just a glitch or a toy that's starting to malfunction.
None of
but
them
what's
had
strange
batteries.
is that this was happening day after day, one toy turning on after another. And that's without mentioning that during this time, Adrian's daughter had an imaginary friend who she said was very tall. Now keep this imaginary friend in mind, because this detail becomes important much later in the video she recently posted. The reason why she was so freaked out by the toys turning on was because prior to this, her daughter kept mentioning this imaginary friend. And apparently, this so-called friend would show up in places where her daughter said it was, usually inside the house, near the toys. Adrian was so frightened by this, but more so by this video, because according to her, while taking care of her second child in another room, something terrifying appears in her living room. This is what she caught.
Oh. That was not the kid?
To Adrian, it appears that someone or something peeks out from behind her baby's playpen.
Interesting.
Thankfully, her child wasn't in there during this
Wow,
moment.
it looked like an
But
emo
strangely,
singer.
even though no baby was occupying it, the figure itself looks like one. Whether it's just pareidolia or not, it's obvious that something is there.
Those aren't even the
Considering that a bowl
words.
just fell off the shelf with
It's
no
not?
apparent cause,
No.
Adrian can't help but wonder if whatever this was
Well, then.
had been responsible for the other occurrences before. It is strange how each occurrence involves one of her children's things. Whether it's their toys or their small play enclosure, something unexplainable happens around them. This, of course, brings up the question, could this have been the supposed imaginary friend her daughter had previously mentioned? Or might this be something else entirely? Currently, and unfortunately, there is yet to be a definitive answer to this question.
I don't know about that one. That's a little weird.
First of all, the lyrics are, 'cause tonight will be the...
Well, beyond that, if this was a ghost, why would the thing falling off the shelf startle it and have it pop up and look around like it was confused?
Clock it.
Yes, yes.
But it wasn't the kid, because that looks like it has like dark hair,
Right, yeah.
and the kid has light hair.
Right, yeah, no, it does. And the dog freaked out. I almost wonder if it's like a cat or another animal.
That looks like a human.
It does look like a human. Yeah, maybe it was a dog man.
Dog man.
I don't know. There's something weird about that face. It didn't feel like it was. I'm gonna give it 4 because her lashes were spooky. They was too big for her head. It looked ridiculous, like she had wings on her face.
Boy.
Tell me I'm wrong. What are we gonna go? We're gonna go look something up here. Here we go. Lashes. Oh, hell yeah. That's what I'm talking about right there, brother. Look at that.
Look at them shits.
But why are you putting that up on the screen? Nobody knows what we're looking at.
Oh, sorry. Look at that. It looks like one of those.
The following video was submitted to me by Ariane B, who writes that she took this video during a school field trip to the Philippines. It was 2010 when she recorded this, so understandably, the quality isn't that good. But despite being filmed on a cheap cell phone, she was able to capture something pretty noticeable on camera. And of course, what she notices is pretty creepy. According to her, she was taking a tour of an old fortress where many soldiers had lost their lives. This fortress is known as Fort Mills, and the section of this fort that Ariane was touring is known as Battery Grubs, a section where both Filipino and American soldiers had sacrificed their lives while defending against invading forces in 1942. While touring Battery Grubs, Ariane captures this.
I missed to go back. Oh, that's interesting.
Now, it's been 15 years since this video was taken, and Ariane hadn't realized what was captured until rewatching this footage recently. On the upper level of this barrack, there appears to be something moving, but it doesn't look like a tourist who was just wandering. Rather, it looks like a moving blurb that disappears in an instant. Now, of course, given the camera's low quality, this might have just been a camera artifact, or in other words, a visual glitch. But it's worth noting that this only appears once throughout the entire video. Never again do we see anything like this afterward, suggesting that maybe this wasn't the camera acting up, but instead something that was actually there. As Ariane believes, this blurb was most likely the spirit of one of the soldiers who passed away during battle here. Perhaps this is them still living out the same scenario that played out during 1942, unaware that they're no longer alive. It's a sad thought, but nevertheless, this footage creeps out Ariane. So then, just what exactly was caught on camera at this fort?
I'm more inclined to believe that that is in fact a camera artifact with the way it moved.
Yeah, I concur. There was like a slight shape, but there was no definite outline of like a human.
Yeah, I agree, and it looks like they walked up to that level afterwards, so who's to say that it wasn't somebody up there already and just she jiggled her camera funny. And remember, it was 2010, as he said 43
They got them
times.
hair phones.
This isn't our Carly.
Our Carly.
Our Carly. Our Carly. No.
Well, they had them BlackBerry phones back in 2010, right? I don't know.
I don't remember, but
I'm only negative 1 year
a
old.
Nokia phone, but I'm gonna give that a 2 because it was video number 2.
Yeah,
And it was shit.
I'm gonna get two.
Oh, it's a ballerina tutu. Okay.
Now, it's often the case that videos on the paranormal take place inside a home. It's usually the setting that makes small disturbances feel twice as scary, but the same can be said for any place where something that shouldn't occur
Oh yes,
happens.
a paranormal grocer.
Such is the case in this next video, where a group of Philippine students had caught something on camera inside an empty restroom. But as you'll see, it definitely wasn't. Take a look. Out of nowhere, the sound of a child crying emanates from inside the restroom. But the thing is, they're nowhere to be seen. The only thing that is seen are the empty stalls where just moments ago, the door to one of them began to open on its own. But even without seeing this, the voice alone is pretty unnerving. It's enough to make anyone just run away. Now, very little info is available on this clip, but what was captured is just one instance of something supernatural that occurred here. This school is said to be haunted. So then, was a ghost caught on camera, or had something else been captured?
Hold on. Why was somebody at school in the night?
It's the Philippines. Maybe it's backwards over there and you go to school at night and sleep during the day. I have no idea.
Oh, like owls. I don't know. We didn't get to see. What if somebody was hiding like in the crevice?
Nobody went and checked that stall for that crying boy.
We gonna need a tour, a stall tour. Right.
That video gets a 3.
Overall?
Yeah.
Oh yes, we should do overall.
Oh, overall for the entirety of that?
Oh.
I meant just that video of the baby screaming in the toilet.
Okay. The one with the screaming and talking. Yeah, I'm gonna give it a 3 as well.
Overall, the only redeeming thing in that video was the Airbnb video.
I think there was one other one. I think there were 2 in a row. Yeah. Only the Airbnb one was the one that we wanted.
Yeah, so overall, I would say that video gets a 5. I'll give it a 5. And those 5 points come from the Airbnb video.
Yeah. Well, that's that.
That's that. Like and subscribe.
Click the buttons down below.
And tell Bizarre Bub to get better videos.
Yeah, people need to start doing better videos.
Yeah. Bye, y'all.